So we've arrived at the junction near Hopkins, and apparently there should be cabs that come past.
Probably not going to happen. I'm going to hitchhike.
So this morning we're up bright and early.
Bright and
early. Again, we're slowly getting used to these early mornings. And we are heading for the early 8 o'clock boat over to Belize City to continue our journey along the coast south towards the town of Hopkins. So we're heading towards Hopkins. We've got a long travel day ahead of us, a few buses, a couple of taxis, and probably a lot of sweat.
Oh yes. Once we've picked up our luggage.
We are, and after a 45-minute boat ride we have arrived back here in Belize City. Now let's go find the bags. So we're in the taxi, we've arrived in Belize City, and we are off to the bus station. So after a 10-minute ride, we have arrived at the bus terminal. Short taxi ride. It only costs $4 Belize per person. And now we need to go and find a bus, because the traffic here is crazy.
Well, it's very hot today and we're about to get on a chicken bus, so we need to go and get the tickets, so we need to stop talking and get buying. Don't just rely on not really knowing and just going with it. Just ask. Everyone helps, so just ask.
She did, and we know our bus arrives in about 15 minutes, so it's only a short wait. We've made it onto the bus, and we have probably about 4 hours ride ahead of us.
Yep, not sure. We've done loads of chicken buses actually around Central America, and the people on the bus have been absolutely brilliant. We've had a really, really good time. So
exactly, so it'll be interesting to see what the chicken bus in Belize is like.
The best way that we know how, and that is cheap. So
and getting lost.
So we've managed to get a bus from Belize City bus terminal to Punta Gorda. We're going to Hopkins, so we have stopped at Stann Creek. We were going to get off and either find a taxi or another bus. And one of
the bus is 4 hours.
We're going to wait 4 hours for the next bus, which goes to Hopkins, which is like
4 hours.
which is 5. Yeah, it's only lunchtime now. Yes.
It's like lunchtime, so it's like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 5 o'clock, and or we could get a taxi for $40 US. And then one of our very kind passengers pointed out that the bus that we're on is actually the express bus that's going to go past the junction of Hopkins. So he said, get back on the bus
and jump out
at Hopkins Junction, where there will be a taxi, and it's only 4 miles from that junction. So
listen to local advice.
This is a very great tip.
So we've arrived at the junction near Hopkins, and apparently there should be cabs that come past. So we're about 4 miles away from Hopkins, so that's better than waiting for a 4-hour bus. So now fingers crossed there's a taxi soon.
It's probably not going to happen. I'm going to hitchhike.
Okay, Marianne, we've managed to get a ride with some very nice local guys. Are you sure? Hi. Thank you so much.
Doing us a massive favour. I love girl power. We have literally just been picked up and rescued. I started flashing my knee. Nothing happened.
I offered to flash, but she wouldn't let me.
But one of the lovely girls at our bus stop has just rescued us. So that's great. Thank you so much, girls. What are your names? Alba.
Lorena. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks guys, thank you. So how super nice is that to get picked up by these lovely local ladies on their way to work. They gave us a lift. Everything's in the back. Hi.
Francis.
How are you? Chris?
Chris, yeah. I'm Francis.
Francis, nice to meet you. So let's give you a quick guided tour of where we are staying.
With all our travel, we go budget in our hostel choices, but we found a really lovely, comfortable room which passes the bouncy bed test. And also we have an ensuite as well, so that's super special. We've got a fan, we've got a microwave, a little TV, a lovely sink, toilet. The bathroom is actually massive. And then we've got a table and chairs just here in the corner of the room with mugs. As we always travel with our own coffee and creamer, we're going to be able to get ourselves a nice coffee in the morning, so that's super cool.
So we're staying at Floman's guest house, and there's this really cool little seating area out here where we're just catching up on emails and just cooling off because it's super hot. And what's amazing is we've just spotted a tree opposite where we're sat, and it's got this prickly fruit, and it's actually the fruit soursop, which for those of you that saw our video when we were eating in Singapore, the puddings, my friend Richard gave us a pudding that had soursop in it, and at the time we had never seen them growing.
I am here with our host Francis, who is a very important man here in Hopkins. And we have just been looking at the soursop fruit. It's fascinating because coming from the UK, we just don't get the beautiful tropical fruits, and when we do, they're in plastic and they tend to be a little bit tasteless. Soursop. It's as delicious as I remember it in Singapore. It's fruity, slightly chewy. It's really nice. It's really delicious and sweet and succulent. Yeah, I could have more of this.
So we've woken up. It's our first morning here in the village of Hopkins in Belize, and it's really hot already. The sun is shining, and Hopkins, we stayed here for a day as a stopping point from our journey from Belize down towards Punta Gorda, where hopefully tomorrow we'll be getting the boat over to Punta Barrios.
Indeed.
There you go. I remembered the names of the places for once in my life. So we're going to go out and get some breakfast, see if we can find somewhere for some breakfast. I'm quite happy to eat something naughty like pancakes today. I don't really care what it is, but I'm starving.
I know why you're starving. Travel days, we don't tend to eat.
We don't eat. We buy a bag of like nachos, tortillas or something.
And a couple of bottles of water, and that's it. That's our day.
So yeah, so we had the day yesterday. I think all we ate was a bag of potato chips. Oh, then we came out and we managed to find some chicken wings.
Yeah.
And some fries like mid-afternoon yesterday, but we
Yeah.
only had one meal yesterday.
1 meal yesterday.
So actually, travel days are diet days. So we saw this little place called Cat's Coffee that we were going to stop off for a bit of breakfast, but unfortunately it's closed.
But it looks very nice, so when it's open, go visit. It looks really nice.
Yeah, it does. I've already had coffee, so I'm having an orange juice. Cheers. Well, haven't we just been naughty? I've gone for the largest American breakfast, potatoes, eggs, bacon, and I've stolen Marianne's bacon because she doesn't eat bacon, pancakes, and maple syrup. And that will definitely keep me going until our dinner later this afternoon, early evening tonight. So we just wandered down into the town of Hopkins a little bit more, and there's a big supermarket and a pharmacy and more little places to eat. But it is a very small town, mainly along the main road here, dotted along the side of the main road.
5 minutes that way, jalapeno restaurant, and then ATM, and that's where Hopkins Village is.
So where we're staying is actually out of Hopkins Village, which we didn't realize. And the main town is probably about 15 minutes walk. And I'm definitely pleased that it's only about 9:30 in the morning, because as always in Central America, it's hot. So if you're staying in Hopkins and you're looking for an ATM down by the police station, you can see behind me here is a bank, so there is an ATM down here in Hopkins Village. Aircon!
Aircon is our friend.
The only place to find aircon if you're hot is to come to an ATM machine, because they all have aircon, and it's the only bit of aircon we've found in Hopkins so far.
That's free.
That's free!
So we've got to the crossroads in Hopkins Village, and you can see the police station. You can also see there is a little bar behind me called Hopkins Smoky Bar and Grill, and the two ladies there could see me melting and they offered me shade straight away and were really, really welcoming and really, really sweet. So we're going to pop in and have iced coffee a little bit later. But this is obviously the main part of Hopkins town, and the crossroads in the village. So right opposite Hopkins police station is, quite frankly, the best iced coffee I have had to date in Central America. That is absolutely delicious. And the lady who served me with a beautiful smile just said, "I love iced coffee," and I can tell because it tastes perfect.
Oh, we had such a nice time talking to the ladies over our iced coffee that we've actually booked to go back for some dinner at 6:30 tonight. They're going to cook us some local Belizean food, which I can't wait to taste.
Called Huduk.
Huduk, which is one of the must-try foods here in Belize. So yeah, really looking forward to that. So we're making our way back towards where we're staying, and we're walking along the beach area, and the beach is definitely much nicer actually on the end by the police station and the main village. It's much more geared up for sort of bathing. The beach is nice and clean. They've got resorts and little coffee shops and stuff along the beach, and yeah, it's a really nice walk back, plus there's shade. So luckily, one of the good things where we are staying here in Hopkins is they have a barber shop attached to the accommodation we're staying, and I am long overdue a haircut. I haven't had one since I got one cut in Nicaragua, and although Marianne offered, I trust this gentleman a lot more. Ta-da! 20 years younger! So we've rented a couple of bikes. They've trusted Marianne with a bicycle. Always interesting. Just to save us walking, it's about 1.5 kilometers maybe to town. It's 4. It's 4 kilometers.
It felt like...
I don't think we walked that far today. So we're gonna cycle. How you doing back there? Okay, so we're off to get food. We made it in one piece.
Woohoo! Granny didn't die on the road.
Almost. We did a bit of wobbling. I don't know how to film and ride a bicycle at the same time as...
And I've never had a bike without a brake. You just back pedal.
There's a back brake.
Yeah? It's my first time.
Okay, so we've come down to Hopkins Smoky Bar and Grill, opposite the police station here in Hopkins. And I have the opportunity.
That view of the sea.
There is a beautiful view of the sea behind us, and I have the opportunity to try some local food tonight called Huduk.
Yes. Amazing.
She's laughing at my pronunciation.
Everybody laughs.
Okay, hold on. How do you pronounce it?
Hudut. Oh, hudut.
Hudut. There you go, Hudut.
Yes.
So it's a fried fish in like a coconut milk sauce. Chowder-like, yeah. And then we have, what's the name of the plantain?
It's called beet plantain.
Beet plantain. So we're gonna try some of this. So how do I eat this? Do I mix it together?
The best way is with your finger, but we will excuse you for the first time so you can use the spoon.
Okay, so traditionally it's eaten with your hand. Let's be traditional.
Yes, and dip it in your coconut milk.
Okay, so we get some of the paste. So we dip it in the coconut milk here.
Yes.
Mmm, it's good. Delicious. So the plantain here is just mashed up plantain with seasoning. The coconut milk. It's delicious. So the plantain mixture is cold, and the fish and the coconut milk is hot. It's delicious. So now we're going to try a little bit of the red snapper. Beautiful fish, coconut milk, nicely seasoned, and some vegetables in the sauce here as well. Good job. If you come to Belize, you have to give this a go.
Baby, how you doing?
It's hot.
What is it?
It's a
There's a chili,
Habanero
a habanero pepper.
And the lady said to you,
Go easy on it, it's really hot.
and you said, no, I'm fine, I love spicy.
I like it, but it's hot.
You've suddenly gone very red in the face.
It's very hot. Woo! It's very hot.
It creeps up on you.
Holy moly. We're playing Guess the Animal, aren't we? Okay.
And what animal are you going to do?
I'm not telling you, you gotta guess.
Oh, okay. What do you think that is?